Viewmasters, it's the podcast that we do. Viewmasters, talk about movies that we view. Viewmasters, my friend Eric and me, Joe. Viewmasters, hey, let's start the show.
Hello, and welcome to the Viewmasters, episode 323, Interstellar. My name is Jason.
My name is Eric. Hello, Jason.
Hello, Eric. How are you?
Wait a second. Hold on. What are we doing?
We're doing the podcast.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got confused. Oh boy.
I mean, it was your movie pick.
True, it was.
So as we always do, I read the title of the episode of the movie that you picked.
I don't remember picking Interstellar.
No, you picked Interstellar for sure. It's recorded and everything.
Why would I? That's weird, because I hate that movie.
I know, I thought it was weird too, but you said, hey, I'm gonna give it another shot. Maybe I'll have a different opinion this time.
Hold on, did you say my name was Jason?
No, my name is Jason.
Your name is Jason?
Yes.
What's my name is, what's my name?
I believe your name is Joe.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi, Jason. Jason?
Yeah?
I thought your name was Eric.
No, it's never been Eric.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Well, I guess my mistake.
Yes.
We can keep, I don't know if you want to cut this stuff out. But we can keep going. Interstellar.
Yeah.
Is definitely the movie that I watched because I picked it.
Exactly.
Apparently.
I mean, why wouldn't you have watched it?
I don't know.
I mean, you clearly picked the movie, Joe.
I don't remember that. I don't remember picking Interstellar.
Yeah, you did.
You're Jason?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
Always been Jason.
Okay.
There's never been anybody else.
How's your child?
Fine.
Oh, good. Anything new in that department, Jason?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Cool. Let's just move right along.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, Jason?
No, it's Eric.
Hey, what?
My name is Eric.
Hold on.
And it's actually episode 233. And the movie we watched is called Gaslight. And I apologize. I've been gaslighting you.
You son of a bitch.
I know.
Why would you do that to me? What?
I just want to drive you mad.
You trying to steal my rubies?
I'm trying to steal your rubies, drive you mad, and just control you in general.
I don't like that. I would prefer it if you didn't do any of those things. Interstellar is the movie that we're watching.
No, it's not.
This movie is about Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, God.
And Anne Hathaway is in it, I believe, as well. Jessica Chastain, I believe her name is Murph. But this is not in the RoboCop universe. And then, let's see. Surprise Matt Damon is also in this movie.
Oh, that's a big spoiler.
Yeah, I said surprise.
Is it a crossover with The Martian?
It's not. No, it's different. Different Matthew McConaughey stranded on an alien planet movie.
Okay.
And everyone in the movie is stupid. What else do I remember about Interstellar? There's a bookcase. And that's pretty much it.
All right.
Time dilation, I think, is a thing.
Oh, all right. By 10 centimeters?
Yeah, something. Yeah, you know, when the time is dilated 10 centimeters, you can travel through it.
Okay.
Gaslight.
Yep.
Oh man. 1944.
Oh, what a year.
Well, I know, right? I guess.
I don't know. A year before
World
the war ended?
Yeah, year before the war ended, so probably still not great.
No, yeah, I guess not.
D-Day was in 1944.
Oh, okay.
So, again, not great.
Well, sure, yeah.
Speaking of movies where you gotta go fetch Matt Damon from somewhere, D-Day. Yeah, D-Day and this movie are the notable things from 1944.
Works for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So, man, I am all thrown off.
I am sorry.
No, it's okay.
It
was. It's fine. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, you gotta get thrown off so that you can get going.
I thought of this joke like 3 days ago, and I've just been dying to do it. But of course, as always, you never know exactly what's going to happen. So,
absolutely,
I did not know what your reaction was going to be.
Well, that was like when I said that this was the movie that I was picking, and there was no way I would let you tell me otherwise, and I got no response. So I've been there. Sometimes things don't go the way you hope they will. I feel like we're doing fine right now.
Yeah, it's going great.
I feel good.
That's good. I do too.
Gaslight.
Yeah, Gaslight. Oh boy. So you and I, other than what we've just done to each other, have a Gaslight experience together.
Do we?
Yeah. We
have
eaten at the Gaslight Cafe in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I was reminded when I went to the internet to look up information about this movie, and that's the very first thing that popped up.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, I've eaten there. What Joe?
I had completely forgotten about that.
Yeah, it's a quaint little bar, and back in the day, bars were places that you could go to eat and have a drink and socialize with people, but those don't exist anymore.
Was that by a comic shop that we went to?
Yes, it was.
That's okay. I remember exactly where it is now.
Yep.
You gotta give me a frame of reference.
Yeah, sorry.
You're good.
I can't remember the name of the comic shop, but it's on a corner. I know that.
Yes, it's shit. What is it?
No, that's crap. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not Up and Away.
No.
It's one that there's multiple of.
Yes.
I don't remember. It's fine.
Yeah. It's also next to a record store that I've been to multiple times as well.
Yeah, that's a nice record store.
Everybody's Records?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Everybody's Records are there.
Okay.
They have Everybody's Records.
I didn't know if it was that or Shake It Records.
No, Shake It is way further down south.
Okay. This is Cincinnati geography, everybody.
That's right.
A city neither of us live in.
I was going to say I have also been to the Gas Lamp District in San Diego, which is
Oh.
right across from the convention center where San Diego Comic-Con is held.
I bet there's a lot of gaslighting that happens there.
There's so much, man, especially at night. You wouldn't believe it.
Yep.
So much gaslighting.
And of course, every time, somebody turns on a second gaslight, then the first one dims a little.
Right.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yep. Well, natural
So
gas.
A thing. Oh, yeah, hey, there you go. I will tell you, so the movie hinges on that.
Yep.
And it's, probably something that people would have been familiar with in 1944. Definitely not something that I was familiar with before this movie, so I'm glad that they actually did take the time to explain it.
Well, I mean, it should
Sort
be
of.
noted that this movie, while came out in 1944, is also a period piece for that time.
Right, that's true. Yeah, set in the late 19th century.
Yes. We assume. We don't know for sure. But
Something like that.
yeah.
What I read was Victorian-ish
Yes.
era. So,
Good enough.
yeah. Pre-Jack the Ripper? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, probably. I don't know. Although, there seems to be a lot of people who just love the fact that there's murders happening. So,
True.
Who knows?
Well, I mean, if you talk to Bloodthirsty Bessie, she'll tell you all about all of them. With glee.
So, I mean, before we get into Bloodthirsty Bessie.
Yeah, because we need to get into Bloodthirsty Bessie.
Yes, we do. If anybody introduces themselves to you as bloodthirsty whatever, and then immediately offers you a snack, don't take the snack.
Do not take that snack.
No. That person is not trustworthy.
I feel like, to say the least.
Yeah. Be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's a woman traveling alone, so she didn't have anything to worry about.
Sure.
Everything's fine. Everything's A-okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess really the whole point of the movie is essentially be aware of your surroundings.
It really is.
Because she is not and suffers for it.
Well, and when she becomes aware of her surroundings, people think or tell her that she's lying.
True.
So, it's not entirely on her.
It's still a lot on her.
Nah, I think you're victim blaming, Eric. I don't know why you're doing this.
I'm not necessarily victim blaming, but I will say that
sounds like you are.
The signs of not necessarily wrongdoing at first, but the signs that something is off come very early and very often.
There are red flags.
Yes.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. But honestly,
I wrote at one point, Gregory sucks.
Yeah.
Very early on in the movie, I wrote that. So
there he is. He's definitely not the hero of the story.
Yeah.
And I think also that is the other theme of this movie is that Gregory sucks.
It really is. Just like, and it seems like he continues to find new ways to suck.
Yeah.
Throughout the movie.
I mean, I'm not a great person. I mean, I was literally just victim blaming someone.
True.
And I
You
gaslighted one of my closest friends.
Yeah.
But
really rude.
Pretty much all my horribleness is just right there at the surface. Gregory finds new and exciting ways to get deeper and deeper into his.
That's true. Yeah, he masks it behind a facade of pretending to care.
Mm-hmm. I mean, although when you really stop and think about it, this movie is just about a concerned husband caring for his mentally ill wife.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I guess when you really think about it, if you were an asshole, you could see it that way. I don't think you should see it that way, but you could.
No, it is not about that at all.
No, definitely not.
It is about a criminal doing criminal things.
Yes, criminally.
Yes. And it is, I don't know if it's just because of, us being here in the year 2020 and also, living with the term of what gaslighting means now.
Right.
If, this movie was a shocker to people in 1944 or not.
Mm-hmm.
But seems pretty obvious from the get-go.
Oh, the gaslighting seems pretty obvious?
I mean, just...
or just the twist?
I don't know. Is it a twist?
I feel like it's... I guess it's not really a twist, because you... I mean, it's not explicitly stated, but, it's pretty heavily implied early on what is happening.
Yeah,
or at least, the some of the motives behind what's happening anyway.
So
yeah, I guess in that respect, I don't know that it's really a twist.
I feel like, that's kind of what I was trying to get at there, was that, it just seems early on very obvious that he is up to no good.
Right.
Yeah. We don't know the full extent of it, but, it was also kind of fairly to guess the gist of what he at least did previous to coming into Paula's life.
Yeah, so this movie is 80 years old, so we can probably spoil it.
Yeah.
I feel like as soon as it was probably not quite their first interaction in the music studio, but their interaction outside, or maybe it was, I don't know, it was one of the early interactions where I was like, oh, so he totally killed her aunt.
Right.
No question he did this. He's just shifty from the get-go.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I think the uneasiness started when he insisted on them getting married after only knowing each other 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, that's certainly questionable as well.
I mean, I had a girlfriend for 8 years, and marriage never even got brought up. So, not saying that one extreme is, better than the other, but, slightly better than that other one.
Right.
And also, I should not be the person that anybody looks to for guidance when it comes to relationships.
I mean, is anybody really
True.
worth looking to?
Yeah, well, point taken.
We're all just fucking around trying to figure things out, making it up as we go along.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, she there were definitely signs that Paula ignored along the way.
Yeah. The most obvious one is when she finds the letter, and he flips his shit.
Yeah.
A good criminal worth his salt would have just, gone on as if nothing was happening.
Yeah.
Because, when you start looking shifty and screaming about things, maybe I'm going to start to suspect that you're probably that guy in that letter.
That's true. Yeah, that's a very good point. He has no chill throughout the movie.
None.
He just goes 0 to 60, calm to rage at the drop of a hat. Or a letter.
Yeah. Although the scene when they are at the recital, the dinner party, whatever, where he casually mentions that his watch is missing, and essentially accuses her of stealing it. And she starts flipping out. That's also another example of 0 to 60 there.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You mean on her part?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah. But then again, she, by that point, had been psychologically beaten down continuously, so.
Yeah, no, just, there's so much about this that's just totally fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Just, just so much. Just, locking, he basically locks her away.
Yep.
Brainwashes her into not wanting to leave the house. And then, when they do leave the house, he manipulates her into having this mental breakdown, which is all based on the previous psychological torture that he's done. It's really, this movie is infuriating. Because fuck that guy.
Yeah. He's not good.
He's definitely not.
I guess we should, the basic plot of it is that it starts out with a newspaper article, literally, about a woman who has been murdered, and we are introduced to our main character, Paula. She, the murdered woman was her aunt, and she is now being sent to Italy because, her only family has been murdered.
Right.
And then instantly in Italy, even though apparently 10 years had passed.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird time jumps that are sort of just implied in this movie.
That first one, I really could have used a 10 years later,
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them, I could deal with because it was just sort of months at a time. But a big jump like that, I need a little hint.
Yeah.
Or, an explicit statement of fact.
Yeah. I mean, that first scene is sort of unnecessary. It could easily have just started, 10 years later or whatever. And then because we get the information again later on.
I agree with that.
Though I guess it would have been kind of a boring way to start the movie with her just singing okay in a studio. It's more sensational to open it with a murder.
Sure. We could have opened it with the actual murder.
That's true, but then that would have revealed the twist.
Well, I mean, you hide the killer's face in the shadows.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Man, are you a filmmaker?
No.
Are you Alfred Hitchcock?
I might be.
What?
I've always been Alfred Hitchcock.
What?
I'm gaslighting you.
Hitch himself?
No, that's a different guy. He's a matchmaker who sets up Kevin James.
I forgot. Wow. I actually did forget all about that. My second favorite Alfred Hitchcock biopic. Oh, man.
For the record, I've never seen that movie.
I've never seen that movie either. I've seen the trailer for it.
Yes, as have I.
That's all you need to see, probably.
Yep. Can't imagine any other reason to watch it.
I mean, Kevin James has made such wonderful movies in the years following, though, so maybe it's great. I don't know.
He's got a movie out now that I kind of want to see.
I kind of want to see that one, too, to be completely honest.
Becky?
Yes. Yeah, the one where he plays a Nazi.
Yep.
Yeah, spoilers.
All right, I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe he's not a Nazi. I don't know.
I know he's like a killer. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the villain of the piece.
Right.
Maybe he's not a Nazi.
Yeah, I mean, not all villains are Nazis, but all Nazis are villains.
True. Very true. Except for in Jojo Rabbit. Some of them are sympathetic.
All right. Haven't seen it. I've been thinking about picking it, but also it's not readily available anywhere.
Yeah, it's good. I liked it a lot.
Not cheaply, anyway.
Yeah.
Someday.
Someday.
Someday I'll probably just buy it on Blu-ray when it's not $25.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I'm cheap.
That's a lot for a movie.
It really is.
Though I was thinking about going out to buy the Blu-ray of Batman: A Death in the Family, the interactive movie that came out this week.
All right.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Whoa. I went to Best Buy. And
sorry, well, I had a technical problem.
Oh, okay. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I just didn't hear the last thing you said.
I said I went to a Best Buy.
Oh, wow. Are those still around?
They are. And, the only thing more pathetic than the current movie section at a Best Buy?
What's that?
The current music section at a Best Buy.
Oh, man, I can imagine. It's gotta be tiny.
It is literally the bottom of like a third of one of the racks.
Holy shit.
Yep. And
Jeez.
Yeah. Man, remember, it didn't seem like it was that long ago. There were just rows and rows of music and movies at a Best Buy.
I know. Yeah. I used to love like going to Best Buy on my lunch break.
Yep.
And just, browsing and picking up some new releases and
same.
Yeah, man. Those were the days.
Those were.
Now it's all digital this and MP4 that and give me my physical media. Get off my lawn.
Hey, I like physical media.
I do too.
Except for music, because I just don't listen to music anymore. But
yeah, when I do buy music anymore, it's mostly digital. There are still a few people that I'll buy physical media or physical music for, but yeah, most of that is because movies take up space, but CDs take up a lot of space too.
Gaslight.
Yes, Gaslight. You know what we haven't talked about at all yet?
Bloodthirsty Bessie?
No, we've talked about Bloodthirsty Bessie a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Talking about teenage Angela Lansbury?
Yes, 19-year-old Angela Lansbury in this movie.
Yep.
That is amazing.
It was. When I saw her name in the credit, I said, what, really?
Oh, I didn't see her name in the credits at the start?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, I totally missed it. So, yeah, when she showed up, I was like, hold on a second. Is that little baby Angela Lansbury?
Yes, it is.
And it was.
She is I don't know what she is in this movie. I was going to say adorable, but she's not.
She is Angela Lansbury as a 19-year-old.
Yeah, kinda.
So, she
is adjacent to murders.
She is. Yeah, so there you go. She did not write this one.
It's true.
Yeah, she's sprung forth fully formed as Angela Lansbury. She's great.
Oh, yeah.
I thought she's doing like a super Cockney accent and just killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just delightful to see.
I believe she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for this movie.
Oh, wow.
So
that's awesome.
Way to go, 19-year-old Angela Lansbury.
Yeah. I think I saw on IMDb this is her very first screen credit.
Oh, well then, even better.
So, yeah.
Just fully formed out of the gate, like you said.
Exactly. Like Athena from Zeus's head. So, on the subject of Angela Lansbury's character, what's she got going on?
I have no idea. Because I for most of the movie, expected that she would be revealed to be playing a part in the overall scheme of what was happening.
Yeah, I definitely expected that as well.
So the fact that she was not involved threw me for a loop.
Yeah, I feel like she's a housekeeper.
Yes.
Or a servant or whatever for the I forget their last name. It doesn't matter.
Anton.
The Antons, that's right. And then just like at night she has a bunch of boyfriends.
Yeah, I guess. And
I guess.
The two of them are at least cops.
Yeah.
Like,
so
yeah.
Yeah, she has an interesting life that I wish we had followed a little bit more.
I mean, I do. I don't know if I feel bad for her, but at least one of the cops that she gets involved with is kind of there under false pretenses.
Which one?
The second one, the main one that we see, the beat cop.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So a detective gets introduced into this story, played by an American,
Joseph Cotton.
Yes, who basically sees the Ingrid Bergman playing Paula out and about. Back when at the beginning of the movie, when her husband will let her leave the house,
right,
and thinks that she is her aunt, who was murdered off screen prior to the movie beginning. Alice
Alquist.
Yes, and so he begins to suspect that something is weird, and basically tells this cop that he's gonna have him reassigned to patrol in that general area, so that he can sort of be a spy for him.
Right. I guess I forgot the part where he was reassigned. I thought that he was the same cop from earlier in the movie.
Nope. Yeah, because Bloodthirsty Bessie, or whatever the hell her name was.
Right. It's Bloodthirsty Bessie Thwaites.
Okay.
I wrote it down.
All right. Yeah, she winds up gossiping to I don't know the character's name, Joseph Cotton's character.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
Oh, Brian something.
Brian, there you go.
Yeah, we'll just call him Brian.
Sure. It was either Brian or Ben. I don't remember.
It was Brian. Because, I don't know, it just felt more American that he's Brian.
That makes sense.
Although, Captain Britain is named Brian, so, that.
That's true.
Throws that out the window.
And he is literally Captain Britain.
Right? And also...
Well, not anymore, I guess.
Well, yeah, Betsy is now. Bloody Betsy.
Bloody Betsy Britain. That's going to be her new name coming out of X of Swords. I'm sorry, 10 of Swords.
It's weird. I did spend a good portion of my day, way more than I should have, reading up about Psylocke.
Yeah.
To discover whether she was still Asian or not.
Okay. I think the answer is yes and no, right?
Yeah, there's two of them now. Yep.
Yeah, because there's Betsy, who's back in her original body.
Yes.
And then there's Quanon.
Yes.
Who is also back in her original body as Psylocke.
Yep. And Betsy in her original body is now Captain Britain.
Yes.
Although she still gets drawn sort of like she's Asian.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, but artists are bad.
That's true. Storm gets drawn like she's white, so yeah, that's fair.
Yep. And it was like 20 years before I found out that Jubilee was supposed to be Asian.
Yeah, it was a real long time before I realized that as well.
Yep.
I wonder how much of that was the animated series. Because she's super white on the animated series.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, Gaslight. Yeah, I feel like I don't have a ton to talk about for it. Like I really enjoyed it.
I did too. Sometimes we play the Did You Fall Asleep during this game?
Mm-hmm.
So I started watching this last night and fell asleep pretty much immediately.
Okay.
But yeah, I've had a rough couple nights. So today I started it over again from the beginning and watched it almost all the way through. And
nice.
I didn't necessarily fall asleep, but towards the end, things got very quiet in the movie.
Yeah.
Like when Gregory is like skulking around in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
And I may have nodded off once or twice in that scene.
Okay.
But I don't think I fully fell asleep.
That counts.
Yeah.
That counts as not falling asleep, I mean.
All right.
Yeah, I was definitely tired while I watched this movie, but I did not fall asleep.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it held my attention really well, and just was I found it just really entertaining and just a tight little psychological thriller.
I don't know that I would call it tight. I think it. I mean, I say this about almost every movie. Could have been a half hour shorter.
Sure, that's fair.
It is fairly long.
Almost 2 hours.
Yeah. But, I was riveted most of the time. I would say partially because, it was me trying to figure out where is this going,
Right, yeah.
Even though, I mean, you kind of know where it's going, but, it's the details.
Yeah, I mean, I admittedly had, there's sort of an offhand mention of the jewel aspect of Alice Alquist's murder.
Yeah.
Earlier in the movie, and then it's not really brought up again till towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I had sort of forgotten about it, but yeah, trying to figure out, what exactly is Gregory's goal here,
right?
Other than just to drive this woman insane,
right?
Once that becomes clearer, it's like, okay, I can sort of tell where this is going now, or have a better idea.
I feel like his ultimate plan is just way too complicated, though.
It is super complicated. Yeah.
I mean, because apparently, Alice's house has been abandoned for over a decade.
Right.
And he has figured out a way to break into his own house after he's already moved in there.
Yeah, which seems ridiculous.
Yeah. So, couldn't he have just gone at any time in those 10 years and just broken into the house and looked for the jewels?
Probably.
Instead of, waiting 10 years to, gain the confidence of this woman in another country entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Seduce her, marry her, move into said house, even though she does not want to.
Right. I've always longed to live in a square. How about this specific square that you just happen to own a house in?
And then, slowly and methodically drive her crazy so that he can look for the jewels?
Yeah, basically.
Which, if everything that she owned could fit in the attic, seems like shouldn't have been that hard to find.
Yeah. It also seems like he could have just been like, hey, I guess, he, Paula doesn't want to talk about it because, traumatic and whatnot. But,
sure.
But he could have been just like, hey, so I read that there were jewels that were never found. Wouldn't it be kind of fun to try and find those?
Right.
And then they could do it together, and maybe it could bring Paula a little bit of closure about her aunt's murder.
Sure. Or even hey, we have all this old stuff from your aunt. Why don't we, try to sell this off and, have a little nest egg money?
Right, yeah.
And, let's go through it and inventory it.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Nope.
This is why you and I are better criminals.
That's true. I mean, my suggestion, I guess both of our suggestions were just avoid the criminal activity part. I guess yours was break in while it's empty for 10 years.
The initial one, yeah, sure.
Right.
But, if you're going to go through with the long-ass crazy plan, cut some corners, just simplify things a little bit.
Yeah, it's a very long con.
Yeah. I mean, and there's also no guarantee that you're actually going to be able to drive somebody crazy.
Right, that's true.
What if it doesn't work?
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like he would have to have had some indication earlier, before he actually started, that she was forgetful or just otherwise manipulable.
Right.
And we never see that.
Not at all, yeah.
Who knows?
The whole thing kind of starts with the you've been so forgetful. And that kind of comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But it almost everything else hinges on that one moment.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. But, it's very entertaining. It's very good. It's a little long.
A little bit.
But yeah, I'd say that it kind of deserves its reputation as being a good movie.
I agree.
But
you know what movie does not deserve its reputation as being a good movie?
Is it Interstellar?
Interstellar. That movie is definitely way too long. As I mentioned before, everyone is an idiot. And it's a bad movie, period. I'm really glad that we revisited it for this episode of Gutter Trash.
I'm glad we did too. And it just firmly, confirms my belief that Christopher Nolan makes bad movies.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yep.
Oh boy. What's bringing you joy?
This
aside
conversation.
From this.
Honestly, nothing. It's been a terrible fucking week.
Yeah.
And this has been the only light I've had this week. So
I'm really sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry that I'm had a bad week, or sorry that you are you are what is bringing me joy.
Yes. Yes, on all counts.
Well, you it's okay that you feel sorry about the first part. Don't feel sorry about the second part.
Okay.
It is an absolute blast to get to talk to you every week.
I enjoy it too. I always look forward to it.
Me as well. What's bringing you joy?
Anything?
New writer on The Flash?
Fill-in. I feel like he's just a fill-in guy.
Yeah. I did read,
but the first issue was pretty entertaining.
I read it this week. It reminded me of a better time in comics.
Yeah,
in that
definitely.
It was just a fun, simple, done-in-one story.
Yeah, it's a done-in-one story. It's a very sort of Silver Age-y concept. It reminded me of a longer one of those the stories in those Walmart giants. Mm-hmm. The sort of classic, timeless. Put this in front of somebody and they'll get what it's about.
Right.
That was really fun.
I do feel like there was a perfect opportunity to finally get rid of that shitty Flash costume, but they screwed it up.
Yeah. He never gets the ring back.
Yeah. or just, hey, he can, the trickster, rejiggers the ring, and now he has a costume without all those shitty lines on over it.
Right. I feel like at one point, Iris, doesn't she say, like, well, Wally can just sort of speed force up a costume. Why can't you do that? Like, he could have easily done that.
Yep.
I don't know.
But what is actually bringing you joy?
You know, honestly, I've had a pretty bad week too.
All right.
I will. Okay, so one thing that is making me happy is so we moved into this apartment back in December, and I have a room that's my office.
Yes.
And you know, I work my day job in it, and then you know do other stuff, other writing stuff as well. And I feel like I sort of just threw it together when we moved in, so that I would have it ready for me when my job started up again.
Right.
But you know, in the past week, I've been you know, finishing unpacking basically after 11 months. You know, I'm working on getting more stuff on the walls and getting stuff displayed that I want it to be displayed, and just generally straightening up a little bit. So it's a very small thing that is making me, if not happier, at least more comfortable.
Well, that's good.
And you know, just feeling like I can accomplish something is nice. So that's all I got.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. You know, I also moved into my new place, you know, in December of last year. And while I would say I'm mostly unpacked, like I still have like a room that just has all my comics in it. And I mean, like, all my comics. And
of which there are quite a few.
There are a lot. You know, I would like to get it organized. I would like to shift everything out of long boxes and into short boxes, and like put it together in some sort of order, and you know, put up posters and decorate it, and make it, you know, like a room that people could go look at. You know,
yeah.
Particularly, you know, my 3 friends who enjoy comics. And I still have never gotten around to it, and it's still just cluttered, and it's impossible to find anything in there. And now with the cat, I can't leave it open because he will eat everything in there.
Right.
Because it's made of paper and cardboard. And apparently those are his 2 favorite things to eat. So yeah, I am a little envious that you were able to, you know, do something with your office.
I'm sorry.
Not your fault.
I hope that eventually Chaco calms down a little bit and you're able to do what you want with that room.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Because it is nice to have an organized space where you can find things and just enjoy the room.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I can't even leave my bathroom open because he will, you know, destroy the trash can in there or the rug. And that's bothersome too. So I also hope he calms down eventually.
Well, fingers crossed.
Thank you.
Eventually that will be a thing that's making you happy.
Yeah, hopefully. Dude. I hope it literally is a thing that's like one day he's just like, you know what, I'm chill now. And I can just say, hey, you know, Tuesday, Chaco became chill.
Oh, man. Pet ownership.
Yep. He is a monster. I knew things were bad because as soon as I started watching the movie, he jumped on my lap and fell asleep. Which usually means that he's going to be wide awake while I'm actually doing the podcast.
Yeah, but, you know, while he's asleep, he's probably really cute, right?
Oh, God, he's adorable. You know, we play the you know, did I fall asleep during this movie game? And half the times when I do, it's because he's sleeping on me. And it's just real conducive to just taking a nap.
Oh, Chaco.
Yep. So, hey, I'm going to pick a movie if that's all right.
You should absolutely do that.
All right, so for episode 234...
Yes, not 324.
Yes. Me, Eric, I am picking a movie for the podcast, The Viewmasters.
Okay.
It is on Amazon Prime. It is a 1975 movie.
Okay.
Called The Killer Elite.
Ooh, okay.
Starring James Caan and Robert Duvall.
Nice.
It's I thought that there's a movie called Killer Elite with like Clive Owen and Jason Statham and someone else.
I believe Yvonne Strahovski may be in that movie.
She might be in that movie, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, maybe this was like, like that was a remake of this one.
Yeah.
Apparently it's not. They just have similar names.
Interesting.
So this is an unrelated movie called The Killer Elite from 1975.
Gotcha. And you said it's on Amazon Prime?
I believe so. It was as of like a day ago.
Oh, what a fun game.
Yeah. It worked out for us with the other one. So
It did.
We'll figure it out if that happens again.
I think the newer Killer Elite is on Netflix, so
Yeah.
if we can't find the old one.
There we go.
Awesome. All right, The Killer Elite.
Yes.
I assume it's action-y?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I look forward to watching it.
I don't know that we've done a straight-up action movie at this point yet.
No, I guess we haven't.
Bumblebee was kind of close. Old Guard, maybe.
Old Guard, yes, probably the closest.
Yeah. But yeah, all right.
All right, we will talk about that next week.
Sounds good.
All right, see you then.
See you then. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, fuck.
What's wrong, Eric?
Oh, so apparently... the movie I just picked is not available to watch on Amazon Prime.
What?
Yep.
Are you gaslighting me again?
I wish. I think Amazon is gaslighting me.
Yeah, was it ever even there to begin with?
I don't think this movie ever existed.
I mean, I know there's the remake that we talked about for sure existed.
Sure, I've seen that one.
All right.
Oh, man, this is annoying.
It is annoying. Absolutely.
Did this happen the last time I picked the movie, too?
No, that was a movie that I picked.
Okay, that's right, because you were very upset.
I was very annoyed.
Oh, man. All right, well, I guess I gotta pick another one.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I'm hoping that, we're gonna... I just, had a mood that I kind of want to head to with the movie that we watched.
Sure.
So I'm hoping that this backup is, of a similar piece. But I'm thinking we should watch the 1972 Charles Bronson classic, The Mechanic.
Okay.
Which, coincidentally, was also remade.
Yes. All right. Interesting.
So, don't watch the remake.
No, okay.
Which I also believe stars Jason Statham.
I think you're right.
But no, this is Charles Bronson and Jan Michael Vincent.
Okay. Is it Jan Michael Vincent?
Don't believe it is.
Okay, you're just gaslighting me once again.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in as many as I can here.
Well, I appreciate that you're staying on theme.
Well, if there's anything that I am, it's consistent.
Okay. If you say so.
This is also another example of me gaslighting you.
Oh boy, The Mechanic.
the mechanic. All right.
All right, we'll talk about that next week.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to The Viewmasters. You can subscribe to the show directly at view.guttertrash.net or at iTunes and leave us a review. Visit view.guttertrash.net for email information and links to Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you next time on The Viewmasters.